Hello again, it's Noob, and well, a lot of you will already know what one of these is just by that little symbol there. This is a Schlage Everest, and if I remove my thumb out of the way, you'll see that it looks like there's something going on here. Reminds me a bit of the is it the SX or one of the sergeants? Can't remember, but I actually had to do a search on my own channel to see whether I'd picked one of these before, and it turns out no, I just haven't. So you have a normal, relatively good bitting for a Schlage, I have to say. So normal style bitting, but it's a pretty good one. Lots of highs, lots of lows. And on this side, you've got something going on here. What's that something going on? Well, there's a little check pin right at the back. And you'll see that as I put the key in, that side bitting withdraws it, and you're able to turn the core, or the plug. If I get a thin pick in here, and I put it down to the, not quite to the end, and draw it backwards, I can feel where that pin is. So you can see it in camera, and if I just, you can sort of, you can turn in, so push it in and turn, you can see that I can withdraw it as well. So you've got to find it and turn the pick in. So it's got to be a relatively thin shanked pick, and this Southall Max 07B, it just seems to work. Right, let me go sort out a vise and see if I can get one which will hold that nicely, and we'll try and give it a pick. So we're in the vise. I think it's a 6-pin lock. Just to make sure it's nice and free. Sometimes you can accidentally crimp or crush the inside of these little kick cylinders. That would not be good. 1.2mm pry bar at the top, and we'll have a bit of a pick. So it feels like pin 2 there, but isn't setting, so just reset. Quite high. That's pin 3, sorry. No, it was pin 2. That's fine. Pin 4 there. Pin 3, that's 1. Little click. On pin 1 again, just make sure it's set. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Oh, into a little, feels like a bit of a false set there. I wonder if that's the case, or whether it's just I've set some of the pins properly. Hard to say. Going in, just checking that. No, there's no way that I've picked it already. That'd be crazy. Let's just see if that little false set was that happening. Push it down all the way. Withdraw it until I feel that pin, and yeah, oh gosh, I had actually opened it. Very, very curious. I think we'll find it's got standard pins, and apart from that check pin, there isn't much else going on inside. Let's see. Okay, lock that back up. Push down. Come here, you. Do you know what? If I had that Sparrow's follower, that would have made things a lot easier, but here we go. Like to make things difficult on this channel, don't we? Especially when it comes to picking, because life. Use tweezers. Just hold the pin down. Come here, you. Almost there, almost there. There we go. That's the cap. Take this out, that little spring, if it wants to come out. Oddly not. Okay, where's that key? Pop that in. Hopefully there's nothing strange going on inside. I'm going to throw a shim in anyway. I've got no idea what the mechanism here is for that little check pin, so yeah, if I completely mess this up, I'm going to be a bit upset. But that looks clear, that side. I think that looks clear, that side's got shim anyway. I'm just going to push this out and give it a go, right? Ready, ready, ready? Okay. So it was 6 pins, that's good. These will all be standard, I'm absolutely sure of it. I mean, I'm not that sure, but I mean, I'm reasonably sure. Oh, it's sticky as well. Ah, we found the check pin. I will leave that over here. I'll be interested to know what mechanism that is and why it works when you just twist the a pick in underneath it. I do love locks with check pins in. You know, I remember watching Bosley and Bill pick a Vero handbag lock with a check pin, and this is right at the beginning of me learning to pick locks, and the idea of like a little almost like secret pin in a lock just was like, I didn't know that locks did that. I mean, clearly now I know that there's so many interesting mechanisms out there, but I still always have that fascination for locks with little check pins in. I just find that there's something kind of really cute about it. The Assa Abloy Litto has one as well. There's a few out there. Might do a video on locks with little check pins, different to trap pins, but not that much different. Trap pins normally fire into the pin chambers themselves, rather than their own separate chamber. I think that's really the definition. Okay, so this is actually a barrel pin, sort of T-pin type thing going on here. Same again. Might be an anti-bump feature. I'm going to see if they fit into the very sticky as well, very sticky pins. They spring up nicely though. Ooh, that was just escaped a small. Let's get you. Yeah, look at that. It is a small. Yeah, so sticky. Master wafer, but it seems to be on a standard pin, so really won't make that much more of a difference than me picking it. Another one of these little T-pinny type things with a little... Oh, they're master wafers on all these. That's what it is. I thought they were like little T-pins. They're all master wafers. Ah, okay. Well, like I said, they're all standard pins, so it's not going to make too much of a difference, I don't think. But definitely will make this an easier pick. Okay, right. First of all, let's have a look at this little mechanism here. So that did just jump out. It looks like it's actually fully, get that in, sprung. Come here. And that spring goes in there, so I think that I can probably just drop that down into that little chamber and push this in after it and hope that it just sits on top of the spring nicely. Yeah, and there we go. So that is how it works. A little check pin there on its own little spring. So when I do put that pick down on the inside, like that, pushing it down, I'm pulling back until I feel that there, and then I can twist, and I'm pushing it down. So I pull back, feel where it is, and then just so I'm actually feeling where the gap is here, as opposed to the pin. And push it down. So that's kind of cute little mechanism. And then yes, these are very much just standard pins all across with some master wafers in there as well, which certainly would have made the pick a little bit easier. Although frankly, because they're all standard pins, probably not that much. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed that. It's certainly a very fun lock to pick. Thank you to Daz Evers for sending me this one, and yeah, let me know what you think of this lock in the comments. I do read all the comments, reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, really helps me out, and of course I will see you all next time. So I'm actually really curious. I had to see whether this was any different to pick with the master wafers out. The key works fine because all the master wafers were on the driver side, not the key pin side, so I can just put in tension tool and try again. Really, pin 2 here, little click, nothing on 1, back through, 5 there, nothing on 4, 3, 1 now, if I can get it, 1, that was 6, but not happy with it. 6 into that little falset, which usually indicates we're there. Try and find the little check pin. I think here. Yep, we picked it. So, I mean, I'd have to go back and see how much of a difference that made, but very, very little. Would have been great if this had some spool pins in it, but otherwise it's still a fun lock.